have a word. And the word comes from Hebrew chapter 12, verse 5, and it says, "My son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, nor be discouraged when you are rebuked by him. For whom the Lord loves, he chastens, and scorns every son whom he receives." Now, you may be going through some situations where you feel like God is rebuking you. God is chastening you. But remember, God chastens who he loves. And in the same chapter, going all the way down to 11, it says, "Now no chastening seems to be joyful for the present, but painful. Nevertheless, afterwards it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those whom have been trained by it." So chastening is to train you. So that means that you are on the right path. I'm going to tell you something. I've been rebuked, and I've been rebuked a whole lot of times. And I'm sure everybody can say that. But God chastens who he loves. I've been chastened, I've been rebuked, whichever you want to call it. But it's also giving you the righteousness, fruit of righteousness. That means that it is training you. So when we do whatever we want to do, that's not good. If we're never chastened, if we're never drawn back, if we're never rebuked by God, that's not a good thing. Because God chastens who he loves. And so when we are, remember this, that when you are chastened, when you are rebuked by God, and God is saying, nope, that's not okay, you can't do that, that's not all right. Just remember, God chastens who he loves. But when you are chastened, it's going to, what did it say, the word? Right here in 11, it says, now no chastening seems to be joyful for the present, but painful. Nevertheless, afterwards it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those whom have been trained by it. So it's going to give you peaceful fruit of righteousness. That means that God is training you up for battle, for war, for warfare, for your gift. You know what I'm saying? For your purpose. So God is getting you ready. Remember, we're always constantly at training. We are actually growing. And there's no one who's actually grown to the, we're going to keep on doing this thing. There's people that get rebuked and get chastened, and they've been walking with Jesus for years. And they end up getting seriously, because only one that is perfect is God. That's the only one. That's the only one that's perfect. There's no other, no man that is perfect, no woman that is perfect. But God chastens who he loves. And you are being trained. So just look at that in a way like that. It means that you are being trained with fruits of righteousness. And so you are in good hands. You're in good hands regardless. But the enemy, let me say this, the enemy will make you get mad at God for you being chastened. Why would God do that to me? Well, I just give up. I backslide. I'll do this. You see what I'm saying? I'll do this. I backslide, front slide, whatever. But God chastens who he loves. So remember that when you go through some things, when you have done something or you did something that was not okay, and God said, nope, that wasn't okay that you did that. We get rebuked and we also get chastened. But again, God chastens who he loves. And you see a lot of times where God is letting people, you say, but they're getting away with everything. If they're walking with God, they're not. But if they're not walking with God, they probably are getting away with it. But really, are they really getting away with it? No. People don't get away with anything. Who is above God? No man. No man is above God. So I pray that this message helps you. Remember again, God chastens who he loves. But when you are in the midst of chastening, it only means that you're bearing good fruit. It only means that you have been trained for fruitful righteousness. So remember that. God bless you. Be blessed.